Hello and welcome to the Last Diet Experience podcast. On today's episode, I have no one. It's a solo episode. It is me and my beautiful face right here with you. Just us, just you and me, baby. Hey, so today's it's a little different. I've been on a roll with the the guests, and that has been so much fun and so educational and I don't know. It's just been really fun, and I will continue to do that. However, today is a end of the season type of episode where I give you a little glimpse of what's been going on and a little glimpse of what's coming. Um, Here's the thing. Today's episode is actually coming from a presentation that I did a couple of weeks ago, I think. And you know how sometimes you're so passionate about a subject, and you just kind of when you're writing about it, you just kind of brain dump, and I was actually typing until my hands started to hurt. But what I thought is like that there's so many little gems here, like mistakes that you are actually making in your efforts to lose weight. And I know you're genuinely trying to do the right things for your body, and there's something not working. And when I was writing this and I was reading it, I was looking at all these little things that we tend to do over and over again. We don't even know that we're screwing ourselves up. So I thought, like, this can't just be a little presentation for a few people. This has to go in the podcast. This has to go for free on wherever you want to listen to it. So here I am today sharing with you what I wrote down for this presentation. And it all started by just trying to prove a point. So this is my point. The point is that gradual undieting is the most effective way to lose weight and keep it off without dieting or having to give up your favorite foods. And this is how I'm going to prove it to you. So let's start with this. If I told you if you do this one thing every day, you would lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. However, as you're standing on the scale looking at the number dropped 20 pounds, you look up and there's a mirror in front of you. And when you see the mirror, you look exactly the same. But not only that, you also feel exactly the same as you currently do. Now, would you care that the scale says 20 numbers less? Now, I assume your answer would be no, no. And that is because nobody really cares about losing weight. Nobody cares about how much you weigh. You don't care about how much you weigh. What you really care about is how you look and feel in your body. And weight loss diets have taught us to focus so much on the weight, on the food, on the exercise, and your calories, that we're so blinded to the fact that overaccumulation of fat is a symptom of something deeper. So let me put it to you this way. It would be like you having a flu and you're trying to cure your flu by wiping your nose every so often. Now, a runny nose is just a symptom of the flu, and everybody knows that. And you can maintain this like runny nose by wiping it, with your little soft tissue so it doesn't get irritated. But at the end of the day, it doesn't actually solve the problem. It doesn't cure your flu. You're just like maintaining the symptom. What you would really need to do to cure this flu is to create the environment for your body to heal itself. Because if you don't know, you don't actually cure a flu. You just kind of survive it. And so you make sure that your body has enough rest, enough nutrients, enough water to just let it do its job and heal, right? So, I mean, yes, you can get medications, flu medications that suppress the symptoms. So they make you feel better, like so you can continue pushing yourself to do whatever you need to do. But at the end of the day, they just minimize the symptoms, you know? They don't actually heal you. They don't cure you. Your body is the one that does it, and you need to let it do that by creating the environment. Now, overaccumulation of fat is a symptom of a hormonal imbalance. So everything that happens in your beautiful body happens with hormones. So let's start there. What are hormones? I would say hormones are a chemical messenger. And this is something that our body produces through, just our endocrine system is just a natural thing that it does. And these little messengers regulate various physiological processes. So hormones play a crucial role in maintaining balance in the body. That would include growth, development, metabolism, reproduction, mood, behavior, and immune function. So when hormone levels are too high or too low or just disrupted for whatever reason, that hormonal imbalance can create various altered health conditions. So that includes like mood change, reproductive problems, metabolic issues, and yes, that includes weight loss and weight gain. So what everyone's really looking for is to feel healthy, strong, energetic, smart, clear, happy, peaceful, beautiful, attractive, being able to keep up with your kids or your grandkids and seeing them healthy and happy and hey, watching them walk down the aisle, being able to do just everyday life without the aches and pains. And the question becomes like, why don't you have that now? Right? What's happening? What have you been doing? What is your body not responding that or responding to that you're not having that right now? Now, if you're here, it is very likely that you are a woman who is already looking to get her healthiest self. You're doing everything that you know you can that can lead you to be the very best version of you. And you try multiple diets, or you procure healthy foods. You are reasonably active, and you just have the winning positive mindset. You push yourself. You're a go-getter. So what is it that you're missing? Why do you continue to gain the weight back? So trust me, it is not a lack of discipline or willpower. And if you don't recognize it, think of all the times you've already lost weight. Yes, you gain it back, but you've done it. You've lost it. You know how it is. You follow certain rules and lose the weight you want to lose, but then you stop doing it and you gain the weight back. It is that you fell off the wagon? Absolutely not. The problem begins when your motivation is to lose a certain amount of weight or see a certain number on the scale. Once you lose that weight and you finally see that number on the scale, the number that you wanted, your motivation is gone. So it's like you watering your roses because you want them to bloom. And once they bloom, you stop watering them. But if you stop watering them, you're going to kill them. They're going to die. And just like that, when your motivation is gone, you normally, gradually, or immediately, maybe as a celebration, go back to your old ways. And it's absolutely human to do so. It is not your fault. The system was designed that way. Living under those strict and unnatural rules is completely unrealistic, and it sucks. It's like those high heels you wear to the party. The motivation is that they make you look good, and you're willing to endure the pain because you know it's only temporary. But those aren't the shoes you would want to wear for the rest of your life every day. Heck no, you want to wear those comfy ones, right? Here's the thing. Typical diets for years have been focusing on helping you lose weight fast. That's the key word. And they do. They're great for that. They work. But realistically, the method you learn to lose weight is what you need to continue to do for the rest of your life to keep it off. And unfortunately, what you learn inside those typical diets is not a natural way to live. So inevitably, you are going to stop. You stop because you've reached your goals. You stop because you've done fighting against your instincts. You stop because it plainly sucks to live that way. So here's another thing to think about. We've been ingrained with the idea that this is the way to lose weight. And any setback is on your lack of discipline. When it is actually your body overrunning your logic to keep you alive. Now, here's what I mean by that. Your body is so smart. Your beautiful body is so smart that it overruns your logical brain with your reptilian brain, your instincts, your survival. What do you think will happen if you starve your body? It will make you crazy hungry, so you are super motivated to look for food and feed yourself. You might have called it food noise, binging, getting off track, falling off the wagon, cheating. Typical diets are focusing on the symptom, not the root cause. Here's a fun fact. You might not even believe me. You don't gain weight because you eat too much. That's actually backwards. Your body is actually hungrier because you have more mass to feed, especially when your hormones are delivering the message that you need to produce more body mass. Yes. When your body gets the message, the wrong message, because there's a hormonal imbalance, gets the message from your hormones that it needs to produce more body mass, it's going to make you hungrier. It is not that you are glutton. It's not that you don't have willpower. The environment that we live in right now is very, prone to give you, to prompt you, to eat more. Absolutely, yes. But not only that, it's also hormones that make it even easier to listen to that. So let me put it to you this way. Growing children and teens, their growth requires them to consume more food, right? The difference between their growth and the adult growth is that their growth is natural and it's expected. So once you become an adult, you only need that growth if you're creating another human being, like, pregnant women or lactating women, because you're still, giving this child the growth it needs. And all this growth is still dictated by hormones. So why is it that children, teenagers, and pregnant women's growth, but when it comes to overweight, it's all about food, exercise, and discipline or willpower? It's not. Let me let you noodle that. Just let it sink in. Growth, overgrowth, growth and overgrowth, like even if it's like natural growth, like children growing, right? It's dictated by hormones. Pregnancy, hormones. Lactating, hormones. That hunger that those teens have, hormones. But overweight, they make you feel so guilty, don't they? It's not. So dictated by hormones. Yes, hormones functioning in an abnormal way. But the question is, what is happening to make those hormones function in an abnormal way? So let's talk about something called basal metabolic rate. What is basal metabolic rate? It is just the minimum amount of calories that our body needs to stay alive. The minimum amount of calories for our body to stay alive. Yes, because the calories are fuel, right? So the body needs energy to function. These are the calories. We consume them, and there's a minimal amount just to stay alive. Just to exist, sleeping, if you want, just sitting down. Every one of us has a set weight. If you go above or below, your body will trigger mechanisms to help you get back to balance, to the set weight. So it's like a home thermostat. If it gets too cold, the furnace will go on and help heat the house so you go back to the set temperature. And when you're baking your whole Thanksgiving dinner and the house gets above the set temperature, it shuts off to help cool down the house. So same thing with your metabolic set rate. If you go above your set weight range, it will trigger you to expend more energy and or be less hungry. And if you go below, it will trigger hunger or give you less energy to expend. Make you lazy, Now, if this is the case, the question then becomes, is it even possible to lose weight? Was I always predetermined to be this weight? And is the effort even worth it? Well, the answer lies in what have we been teaching our body. So I don't know if you've heard of this, but like the longer you've been in a certain weight, the longer it's going to take you to like flip out of it, like go back to your initial set weight. But that doesn't mean that you cannot go back. So you were not predetermined to be an abnormal weight. You may have certain hereditary predisposition, but most of the results lie in what you do regularly and how long you've been doing it for. So let's take building muscle, for example. Let's say that you are a dedicated bodybuilder and most of your days you go to the gym and work out and build your muscles. Then you take a week-long vacation. You eat whatever is at hand and you don't work out. You're not going to lose all your muscle nor suddenly gain 20 pounds just because you take a week off of your regular routine of building muscle. You will go back to your regular routine after that week, and then your body will get back to normal. Now, let's say that Mary is a dedicated office worker with high amounts of stress and a poor diet. Then she takes a week-long commitment to go every day to the gym, lift weights, and eat what the bodybuilder eats regularly. She does this for a whole week. Now, do you think that she's going to gain all the muscle, diet habits, and mindset of the bodybuilder in that week? She could get a start on it. Absolutely. But she's not going to look like the bodybuilder in 1 week. So point is, what you regularly do is what dictates the ultimate results. And what you do for long enough is your regular. What have you been doing for long enough? What is your regular? You need to tell your body for long enough that you have a new set weight, the new habits, new behaviors, for it to get the message and start to regulate its thermostat to the new set weight. So it's like taking a walk straight out of your front door for miles and then walking back. It is the same distance from your door to your turnaround point, then from your turnaround point to your front door. Now, running isn't going to make the distance shorter, but it will require you more effort. You might get there a little faster, but it's not going to be. Your body still has to adapt, right? So, again, my point is that gradual dieting is the most effective and simple way to naturally lose weight and keep it off by helping you reset your basal metabolic rate in a realistic and sustainable way. Gradual dieting. gradual is the key. It is not natural everyday life to count calories, overexert yourself with exercise, take pharmaceuticals, or eat special diet food. It might be something you can endure for some time, but it is not the way you will want to live for the rest of your life. And what you do to lose weight is how you learn to keep it off. So if you're learning ways that are naturally temporary, then you will only temporarily keep the excess weight off. Wouldn't it be better to just start and continue with, normal things, normal behaviors, natural things that we would do instead of, starting over and over again because we want to expedite the result? It's like, again, stop trying to cure the flu with a soft tissue to clean your nose. Eating less calories and burning more is not the only way to lose weight, even though that's what we've learned. And another thing that I see with this whole diet mentality is the extremes. It's the extremes of like you're either on a diet and losing weight or you're not and you're gaining it. And you get stuck in this circle of should or should not. Am I being bad or am I being good? And honestly, that's just not a way to live. You want to go back and find your natural set weight. It's not going to happen fast. It didn't happen fast for you to gain that weight. We're going to just use the same stairs to go down. Okay. With that, that was part of the presentation. And then it goes into what we offer inside the Last Diet Experience. But I'm not going to go through that here because, to be honest, I am taking a little switcheroo. I'm taking a little switcheroo at this end season and this end of year. It's December. This coming week is Christmas already. Oh boy, I did that without coughing. I've been sick for almost a week. Well, not necessarily sick, almost a week, just sick and then recovering still. Boy, and that was pretty cool. So if you hear my voice a little strange, is because I'm still recovering. I thought I would have like that raspy, sexy voice. But no, I just sound like oh my God. Anyway, the little switcheroo that I'm taking is that I'm taking the funnest part of the whole diet experience, and I'm opening the doors for everyone. Yeah, you don't have to go through the whole program to jump in on something that I am not really set on the name yet, but clarity over creativity. We're doing some easy, healthy meals. And basically what we're doing is getting together and playing in our kitchen with some healthy food, some healthy ingredients, and making so much that you inevitably you'll have leftovers. So you can just use that for the rest of the week. Yeah. You just happen to have healthy food in your fridge, and you happen to choose to eat that food, and you happen to start eating healthier just like randomly, right? While you're having fun. Now, imagine we do that every week. And then you continue to do that. And you suddenly make that your regular. You make that your normal. And you start learning new little tricks and hacks and recipes. And you start meeting other people that are like-minded and also are interested in eating healthier just because, hey, you already know that is what's going to help you with that brain fog, that sleep apnea, that knee pain, that energy that you need to keep up, well, not only work, not only house, but your children. Wouldn't you like to go, like, get on the floor and play with your children or your grandchildren? Wouldn't you like to expand your life in a quality way so you can, watch those children grow up and see them walk down the aisle? I don't know. Whatever it is for you, just take that and make that your motivator. Because, yes, there's a lot that we want to do to stay healthy, but one of the huge ones is what we put in our bodies through food. And it doesn't have to be this complicated, like, thing that we have to do. No, no, oh no. It can be fun. It can be simple. It can be easy and so much more delicious. In fact, I think I've ruined so many dishes for me and my family that even when we go out to restaurants, I still think like, I can make it better. And not because I'm better than the chef, but because I make it the way we like it. That's it. Okay. I'm going to leave you with that. If you're interested in joining the Easy Healthy Meal Prep community, I'm still thinking on that name. I don't know if it's the best one, but it's very clear what it is, right? I want you to check out the show notes, and I'm going to leave a link there for you so you can join us. I'm going to have a week challenge to get you started, and it's going to be fun. So click on the link and it'll show you all the details, and come join us, because you don't need to wait for after the holidays. This is just a forking excuse that you have, because you can use that excuse all year, all next year, after the holidays, after my birthday, after the vacation, after the wedding, after. When are you starting? You're either doing it or you're not. It's right now. What you do regularly is what matters. The only reason you want to start after the holidays is because, hey, you don't want to restrict yourself. And I get it. Here's your permission. Don't. Don't. Enjoy the freaking holidays. Eat whatever you want to eat. But please start on your health today. All right. That is the episode for today. With this episode, we are closing season 2 of the Last Diet Experience podcast, and I will be working on season 3 coming up next year. Again, we're almost done with this year. So, I'm going to invite you to check out the show notes again, and join me on that week challenge for starting your healthy eating journey. I love you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope it brought you a boost to your day. If you don't want to miss what's next, hit subscribe and come along for the ride. See you next time.